audience. My name is Jaden, and today I'm going to be talking to you about why animals should be in animal sanctuaries instead of zoos. Throughout this presentation, the objective is going to be why animals should not be in zoos and be in animal sanctuaries, and why zoos are bad for them. Also, I'm going to talk about what an animal sanctuary should look like, as well as the benefits of them for animals. And lastly, I'm going to talk about what should an animal sanctuary look like for an animal and where you can visit one. Okay, let's start with why animals should not be in zoos. Zoos are created specifically to exhibit animals to the public. Zoos often collect animals that are species that are best for the public. Zoos often buy, sell, trade, borrow, and loan out and breed animals. Zoos cannot replicate animals' natural habitats from where they come from. Animals are often prevented from doing things that are natural to them, like hunting, foraging, meeting a mate, flying, being with others of their own kind. Zoos also teach humans that it is okay to interact with wild animals that are locked in tiny enclosures. In 2013, San Antonio was named the worst zoo for elephants. Elephants need to have interaction with other elephants in order to stay healthy and happy. Most elephants breed for life with the same mate, just like humans do. After the death of her pen mate, 4-year-old Asian elephant named Lucky was put into solitary confinement and has been there ever since. Some zoos also make animals behave unnaturally. For example, marine parks often force dolphins and whales to do tricks for the public. These mammals may die decades earlier than their wild relatives and often try to commit suicide. Zoos claim that they are protecting species from going extinct. However, most species in zoos are not members of endangered species. What is an animal sanctuary, and what is the purpose of one? Animal sanctuaries promise to take care of animals that have been abused, neglected, or abandoned, and to keep them for life. They offer much larger enclosures for the animal. They provide proper vet care as well as sanitary conditions and appropriate feed. Sanctuaries should be a place for animals to retire, and animals should be respected, as well as they should not be a prop or object for the public. Behind the scenes of an animal sanctuary, there should be proper vet care, and several vets should be on call. The sanctuary should also be financially stable and offer a lifetime of care for the animals. The public should not be able to wander freely throughout the sanctuary like it were a zoo. What an accredited animal sanctuary should look like. To see a sanctuary that has been cited, you can travel 40 miles on the outskirts of Tampa. It's going to be called Dade's Wild Things, the Big Cat Rescue. You won't see any cubs here. All the animals are spayed and neutered. When they arrive, the enclosures are very large and leafy, and it's very hard to see the cats if you do visit this sanctuary. Visitors cannot touch the cats. And throughout this tour at this sanctuary, you will learn about what the animal went through upon them being rescued. In conclusion, animals that are in zoos are denied the opportunity to learn natural survival skills. Breeding programs produce cute babies so that patrons can go see them, but in reality, when all these cute little babies are produced, it creates a surplus of large animals, and those animals then will be either shipped to a warehouse or shuffled off to roadside zoos. 2011 study found that North American zoos invested less than 5% of their income to conservation. Today among zoos, and aquariums, almost half of their reporting organizations spend less than 1% of their revenues on conservation. Some zoos keep this information private, making it difficult to find out how much they are actually dedicating to these efforts. We as a society need to decide if it's ethically and morally appropriate to have these animals in zoos for entertainment for our purposes, or to just leave them be and keep them in their natural wild habitat. That's all I have.